What I say tonight, what Yasmin says and other people say tonight, people see our faces. They know who said it. I'm sorry to say this, but nobody knows who you are. They can hear your name. They can't see you. If I say something stupid on television tonight, people know it's me saying it. If you do, with all due respect, you can disappear and no one knows.
No, although my parents, my mum, my sister don't wear it. It's me. It's my personal choice.
But yes, and in a free society, the opinions of other people also have to matter. It's not just about you exercising your choice. The way other people feel about that should be of some concern to you.
But you know, these feelings are coming from negative prejudices.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Clevy and it is so nice to meet you. We are back with another one of Douglas Murray's video, and you guys, this is titled Britain's Niqab. Should it be worn in the UK? Very interesting topic. And of course, from the thumbnail, I can see Douglas and I can see, ladies wearing niqab. So let's dive right into this debate.
Can I just begin with you, Fatima?
Yes.
56% of British people don't really support the wearing of the full face veil in public. They don't want it.
Well, I think it depends on where you take the poll, really, because, something that I've recently launched is a project called Secrets of a Muslim Woman, and it's all about letting people know why we do what we do, because I think a lot of it is to do with not really being familiar with it. I mean, my message to the British public is that you've got nothing to fear. This is a piece of cloth.
They don't feel that, though, do they? Because elsewhere in this poll, a majority said they don't know how to relate to a woman wearing a full face veil.
I think, the people who have actually interacted with women who wear the face veil, people who work with them. I mean, we're in East London today. In East London, the veil is practically, normal on the streets of East London. People who've actually interacted and worked with women who wear the veil have absolutely no problem with it.
Douglas
I think
Murray,
it's the fear of the unknown.
Douglas Murray, would you like to see the veil banned here?
Well, I think, like a majority of British people, I think that it should be banned in public places, particularly places like courtrooms, where it's absolutely imperative that a jury are able to see the faces of people who are accused. As for an overall ban, I think, look, my own opinion is that niqab is highly undesirable. I think that we live in a society where people do show their faces, where huge amounts of our social interaction depend on people showing their faces. I think that it's very difficult to enforce a ban in public places like streets, but it should be certainly a desirable thing to discourage its wearing.
To impose a ban, but in principle you'd like to see one because you think in Britain it's unacceptable.
In public buildings, in courts, in schools and places like this, absolutely, I think a ban would be very sensible. In streets and so on, I think it's difficult, but it should be societally discouraged.
Fatima?
No, a ban, I mean, I think it's a complete overreaction. Look, the niqab has been part of the British landscape for the last 20-odd years, okay? Muslim women have been going about their business. We've got a radio presenter here, we've got a scientist, we've got talented Muslim women who've got a lot to give to this society, who've been doing so and been very sensible about it. When we need to remove our face veils, we do it. But how do you think we get through airport security?
I mean, what about the fact that 56% of people are saying they don't want it here?
You know what? I'm not surprised at all, because when you know that high-profile politicians making such offensive comments and big fuss about it, I am not surprised when the public say they are against it.
We show our faces.
Exactly. The British society, the fabric of the British society is respecting the public freedom.
We are
British.
British.
Public freedom is part of it, the religious freedom.
What about
so
the
I've
fact
got the
that
right
people
to
feel
practice.
uneasy? They said they don't know how to relate to women who have their faces covered.
First of all, let them interact with us. Let us be open and engaging with them. This is number one. Secondly, 80% of communication in the world does not involve face-to-face. Twitter, Facebook, phones doesn't involve face-to-face communications.
I'm sorry.
The issue is the problemization here. It's not existent problem.
I'm sorry. I worked in this area for 7 years, about 15 years ago, and this was not, as you said, a norm. This has been imported and exported for reasons which we haven't got time to go into. We live in a society, and we live in a country which is very, very complicated. And to shut yourself off as if the rest of us are infections and cutting...
How are we
because we do not...
This is the meaning. We are engaged. We are active. How are we shut off?
Shalina, you have said that in engaging with your elderly white neighbour who feels uneasy, sometimes you remove the veil. When you worked with children, you remove the veil. Isn't that an acknowledgement that it is difficult for people to engage with women who have their faces covered?
Yeah, I think it is. And I also honour what Douglas Murray has just said. He couldn't actually feel comfortable, and you know, I'm making a presumption here, but you couldn't say, let's do an outright ban. And that's great, because I understand you look at social cohesion. It's about looking at, let's isolate it. Whose discomfort are we going to favour? Because if I lift my veil, I'm then uncomfortable. And we've favoured someone's discomfort.
We live in a society, but I don't believe in the French ban. I don't think you should do that.
But why
absolutely,
not? If you're opposed to it,
no,
if you
I think there is
is
a very simple way of saying, and a non-racist way of saying, in public institutions, everybody, whoever they are, must show their faces. It's Muslim exceptionalism that is becoming the problem.
No, it's
not. If we have the same rule for everybody, and at home, on the streets, I don't want people stopped.
I had an incident where a niqab was pulled off me, and it really frightened me, and I became very, very anxious. But I feel very strongly about some of the things that's been said here. One of the things that you've been, for example, Yasmin, you've said about, you know, freedom of speech and how people are threatening you. I think that's completely unacceptable Islamically. You know, we can't be responsible for all the Muslims and for all the people around the world. But I will say that just like you have the freedom of choice to express how you feel, we have the freedom of choice. I have a freedom of choice to not wear a niqab, and she has the freedom of choice to wear a niqab.
Specific, if you would. You were a psychotherapist.
Yes, I'm a psychotherapist.
But you deal with women who are forced into wearing the niqab.
Another thing I would mention to regarding communication, in the 9 years of counselling with Sakina Muslim counselling that I do, all of my clients, majority of them are all we do phone counselling. And a lot of good work is done. I don't see their face, they don't see my face. So it's not really about looking at someone and really connecting with that person, because we don't connect with the outer, we connect with the inner.
So you think the loneliness that you talked about seeing in youth comes from where?
But not a single person, not a single woman has said to me, my husband has forced me to wear a niqab. What the issues they do have is regards to niqab, I am fearful to go out, I'm at home, I'm lonely, I'm depressed, I don't even want to go out because I feel like I'm not accepted. And the other thing I really want to express is that where is the humanity? You know, at the end of the day, you know, as a woman, as a person, as a human being, where's my right to be who I am? This is my identity.
You have that right. You have that right, and you exercise it, and so are all of the other ladies in this room. But the question is whether or not, and I would ask this of I think, everyone in the room who's covered, do you think that by covering your face from everyone else in society, you are exacerbating difference or making it less bad?
Mariam,
would any of you at least recognise that you are exacerbating a difference?
Is this divisive?
Well, first and foremost, I think we need to look at human rights, okay? In 1998, there was the Human Rights Convention, okay? Under Article 9, it specifically says we all have the freedom of expression, we have the freedom of belief, we have the freedom of so many things that, you know, like in this country, I thought
Mariam, on Douglas Murray's point, that this is, you know, do you understand that many people feel this is divisive? It is a curtain between you and the rest of society.
Well, to be quite frank, I think people are free to feel how they want. It doesn't. I don't care how you feel. It's really no. Wait. Really and truly, it's about my human right. My human right, I am allowed to cover. You don't have to
just
agree.
Very briefly on the point that many people in the survey said that they feel unease, they feel uncomfortable, they feel anxious.
Well, to be quite frank, I feel like that towards emos, but that's all right.
Can I just point out, there is something fundamentally ludicrous about somebody dressed as you are talking the language of modern human rights.
Absolutely.
Well, to be
fundamentally ludicrous. How is it that you say it's an absolutely fundamental, you have to wear it, it's a right, it's a necessity upon you, but yet you say you go through an airport and it doesn't matter if you lift it? Is it so negotiable? In France, many of the women who said we cannot go out if we don't wear it have taken it off.
I started wearing the niqab at a young age, and the reason is after a research. It's a long spiritual journey. I found out that when I wear the niqab, I'll be closer to God. It's an act of worship, it's an act of modesty, and it's liberating and dignifying. And since then, I've never changed my mind. And although my parents, my mum, my sister, don't wear it. It's me. It's my personal choice.
But yes, and in a free society, the opinions of other people also have to matter. It's not just about you exercising your choice. The way other people feel about that should be of some concern to you.
But you know, these feelings are coming from negative prejudices.
We have
coming from
You don't want men's opinions?
No.
You don't want men's opinions?
I'm sorry, we are going to have to end it there. I'm really sorry.
As the only man, I'm sorry you don't want to hear men's opinions.
Thank you very much for joining us.
First of all, before I even start, please remember to be respectful. In case you've not noticed, there's been a lot of censoring happening, on YouTube these days. And so if you drop anyhow comment, it doesn't even get to see the light of day. So just be respectful with the way you drop your comments. All right. So you guys, which side are you on? Do you think it should be banned completely? Or do you think that, okay, it should only be banned from public places? It should only be banned from public places. Or are you with the lady who said it's just an overreact? You are overreacting. You are overreacting. So what do you think? What's your opinion? What do you suggest? Do you think it should be banned? Let me give a very, very short story and then I'll draw my case home. All right. So my friend was traveling, I think, a few years ago to Dubai for vacation. And the agent, of course, the travel agent, gave her a list of things. She was traveling to one of the Muslim countries and she was given a list of things to avoid, so she doesn't get embarrassed or whatever. And she was just sharing it with me. One of those things that wearing short dresses, bikinis, covering of hairs, going when she's going to maybe government buildings or school museums and all of those things. Those are the things that she should abide with. And so I saw my friend literally change clothes. She's not Muslim, so she literally had to change all the insane vacation things she had in her head. She needed to change the clothes so that she can, would I say, not get into any trouble. She just wanted to enjoy her stay. So she needed to abide with the short 14 days, I think, 2 weeks that she spent there. She just needed to abide. Now, if you're using that same stick, if we're using that same straw, is it wrong for Europe, for UK to say, I don't want you to wear this? If we're using that same straw, if we're going by when you're in Rome, act like the Romans, if we're going by that, are they wrong to say, we are not comfortable with you wearing this, don't wear this in public places, or don't even wear it at all? Is it wrong? And also, I know that not everyone wears the niqab, right? I've watched a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of, read a lot of articles on it. A lot of people have their reasons for wearing it. Not everyone wears it though. All right. And so we also know of a lot of things that are committed when people tend to pose like, you see, if there's something I know is there's no 100% perfect thing. There will always be some people who are going to misuse the privilege of wearing that. Honestly, we are not going to sit here and pretend like we don't know. But then again, we are looking at the good people, the good ones in there. What do you guys think? Because I know our society thrives on faces. We, just like Douglas pointed, it's like if I say something now wrong, everyone can come for me. Everyone knows I said it because they saw my face. But you're sitting down here, I don't even know. I don't even know who is talking. You could be anyone. Yes, you've told me your name, but then again, you can tell me any name. Do you understand? Like, you guys, it's I know it comes with a lot of confusion, question marks here and there. But then again, I feel like they shouldn't ban it completely. I feel like they shouldn't ban it completely if you're asking me. I would say you could ban it from maybe public places. I mean, But you can wear it in your home. You can wear it in your house. My friend would wear a bikini in her house when she went for vacation. She would wear all the short dresses in the house to take all those beautiful pictures in her house. Um, um, but when she's stepping out, she knows better not to do that when she was on vacation. So do you understand? Like, I feel like they shouldn't ban it. If you're asking for my own opinion, I feel like they should have banned it completely because honestly, we have the good people who wears it for, what they wear it for. But for public places, measures should be kept in place. It can be banned in public places, or measures should be at least kept where you could really, really recognize everyone. If you're taking passports, honestly, I'm thinking of a lot of things. If you're taking passport, you would remove it to take your passport. If you're traveling and you would remove it for that short period of time for whatever measures they want to take. Like, do you understand? So it's not like it can never be removed. It can. What do you guys think, anyways? I know everyone definitely will have a thing or two to say. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know your two thoughts. I will see you right there in the comment section.